People only realize the danger in anyhow restaurants when it's already too late. But what happened to Chidi shocked an entire community. And if you're watching this, you need to hear this story before you ever buy food anywhere again. Before we continue, hit the subscribe button, share this video, and follow for more life-changing stories. Chidi was a 27-year-old barber in Enugu, hard-working and loved by his customers. His small barbershop wasn't fancy, but it was always full because of his humility and skill. He lived alone in a small room and usually cooked his own food. But one particular week, his gas cooker got spoiled, and his landlord kept promising to fix the kitchen's shared stove tomorrow. So Chidi didn't have a choice. He started eating outside. There was one Mama Put joint by the junction. Mummy Nkem Food Canteen, popular because of the sweet aroma that always came out of the place. Smoke always rose from the back of the shop, and customers filled the entire line from morning till evening. But Chidi had never eaten there. Something about the place always felt off, like the smell was too good to be natural. Yet hunger can silence a man's instincts. That Tuesday evening, after a long, stressful day of barbing, Chidi's stomach was burning. He told himself, "Let me just buy food here today. One day won't kill me." But that one day changed everything. As he stepped into the canteen, the first thing he noticed was the dim light. The bulbs were working, but the place looked strangely dark, as though shadows were sitting in the corners. Mummy Nkem, a plumpy woman with a too-wide smile, walked up to him. "Customer, fine boy barber, come and eat. Today's food sweet die." Her voice had an unusual excitement, almost like she already knew he was coming. He sat down. She brought jollof rice, fried meat, and beans. The aroma was irresistible. The plate was filled more than normal. "Why you give me plenty like this?" Chidi asked. Confused, Mummy Nkem smiled again. New customer promo. But her smile didn't reach her eyes. He should have left. But hunger told him to ignore the uneasy feeling he began eating. And the food was unbelievably delicious. The rice tasted like nothing he had eaten before. The meat was tender. The beans felt like butter melting inside his mouth. He didn't know that behind that sweetness was a secret that had destroyed many lives. That night, Chidi's stomach started making strange sounds. Not normal running stomach sounds. This one felt like something was moving inside him. He woke up around 2 a.m. drenched in sweat. His heart was beating faster than normal, and his hands were shaking. He rushed to the bathroom, expecting to vomit, but nothing came out. He tried to shout for help, but his voice felt stuck in his throat. For a moment, he thought he saw a shadow figure standing at the corner of his room. But when he blinked, it was gone. He tried to sleep. But every time he closed his eyes, he saw Mummy Nkem smiling, and behind her flames rising from a dark pot. He woke up weak, with a splitting headache. At work, customers complained that he wasn't concentrating. Around noon, he felt something crawling along his spine, inside his body. He shouted and dropped the clipper. "What is wrong with you?" a customer asked, frightened. "I don't know. I think something is inside me," Chidi whispered. People took it as stress, but Chidi knew this wasn't normal. That evening, as he walked home, he passed by the canteen again. For the first time, he saw the back of the shop clearly. The back door was open. Inside, a giant pot was boiling, and he saw two men grinding something that looked like bones. He blinked twice. When he opened his eyes again, the door was closed. He thought he imagined it. But he didn't. In that neighborhood, people always disappeared mysteriously. A university student 2 streets away vanished after buying food there. A young boy who used to wash plates at the canteen ran away once, saying he saw something evil in the kitchen. People called him crazy and ignored him, but the truth was darker than anyone imagined. Mummy Nkem was not just a food seller. She belonged to a secret group who believed that human body parts, when prepared in a certain ritual way, bring wealth and attract customers. That was why her food always tasted special. And that was why her shop never lacked customers. but Chidi had eaten a particular meat that wasn't ordinary. On the third night, Chidi couldn't sleep at all. Something kept whispering in his ears. He heard, "Come back, come back, come back." It was Mummy and Kem's voice. At exactly 3:11 a.m., he felt forced to stand up. His legs began to move on their own. He was losing control of his body. He grabbed his phone and tried calling someone, but his hands weren't obeying him. He found himself walking out of his room, out of the compound, and toward the canteen. He was fighting his legs, crying, dragging himself like someone under hypnosis. When he reached the junction, he saw the canteen lights on at 3 a.m. The place was full of strange figures sitting in darkness. No one spoke. No one moved. Chidi froze. Mummy and Kem stepped out from the back wearing a red wrapper. "Welcome," she said, smiling. "You came for the second stage." Chidi trembled. He tried to run, but his legs locked. "Calm down," she said softly. "Once you eat from us, you're already marked." Something behind her moved, a huge pot, and inside the boiling pot he saw human hands. Chidi screamed. Just then, 2 policemen appeared from the darkness. They weren't even there for the ritual. They were chasing a thief who ran past the area, but when they saw the scene, they immediately raised their guns. "Everybody freeze!" The shadowy figures in the canteen began to scatter. One of the men carrying a sack tried to escape but fell, and what spilled out made the policemen drop their guns in shock. Fresh human bones, Mummy and Cam tried to run into the bush behind the shop, but one officer grabbed her wrapper. She screamed like an animal, her voice changing into something not human. As she was dragged out, Chidi collapsed. After investigation, the police discovered they had been using human parts to cook. Every customer was unknowingly being initiated into a ritual that made them keep coming back. Some customers had already disappeared, used as ingredients. Chidi was lucky. He ate only once. They found photos, charms, bones, and a list of people already marked. Chidi's name was on the list. If the police hadn't arrived that night, he would have been the next victim. For weeks, Chidi battled spiritual attacks, nightmares, and trauma. He had to be prayed for continuously. He never ate outside again. If you found this story eye-opening, hit the subscribe button, share this video, and follow for more true, shocking stories just like this. Your safety might depend on the next story you hear.